anytime our members goes on television saying that the party is dying, not mindful of the fact that the party has remained a party to beat in this country, as well as have gone into several crises until today. We are still standing. I don't know, maybe if it's the wish of some for the party to die. But honestly speaking, I think as a dedicated member of this party, you should always speak positive of your party. Yes, we may have various interests, but the party will outlive all of us. Some of these founding fathers have left us. The party is still working. And I am proud to say, today in this country, the only development you see in everywhere comes from our governors. If you go to any state that is a PDP governed state, you see the difference. It has been inherent in us. We have remained very, very peoples-oriented party, taking development to the people, and we stand out. So sometimes I feel sad. I also want to use this opportunity to clear certain insinuations that lately been trending in the social media. If I check last, the signatories of this party is the chairman and the secretary. Just because the chairman and secretary has signed a letter, it has become an issue. People going, saying all sorts of insinuation about that. I don't want to join issue with the other person. It's his stock interest. But it pains me when I see somebody who knows the working of NWC going into television to mislead audience and say things that he knows that are not correct. It's painful. Very, very painful. There is a precedence in what we did during Kashamu's case. The chairman and secretary wrote to the Supreme Court. There was also the issue of Anambra, where issues came. The chairman and secretary, anytime an individual is, we said this is a working committee. I don't do things without consulting my members. I've always been proud of that. My door has always been open. So nobody is going to intimidate me to relegate my responsibility. You can say all sorts of stuff. I know that this is the build-up to the coming next. Damagum must go, Damagum must go. I thank God, people are making me very popular lately. Anytime you open social media, television, is Damagum, Damagum. Honestly speaking, I've started contemplating it's high time I throw my self into the ring to also vie for the presidency of this country. Because I've become popular, even though negative to bring me down, but I'm not deterred. I have a responsibility to this party to keep it safe and stable. I intend to take all sorts of version as long as this party will be stable. But I've reached a point that I have to talk. I've avoided talking because I know so many things. The way I open my mouth, I know it will not be palatable. But that's the price of leadership. I'm ready to take that bashing, more bashing. And for my detractors, let me tell them, you'll see more of that later. Because I will not abdicate my responsibility. But I will do it within the confines of law, as the Constitution stipulates. So I'm not deterred. You can run me down. But importantly, please, while trying to run Damagum, I know we have neck. So everybody, those interested of Damagum to go, is a build-up to run me down before we have that neck. But when you run Damagum down and you lose a party, because in trying to run me down, you are running down your party. Anytime people open their mouths, the party is dying. You are telling them, the opposition, that you are not there. And you believe in the party, unless if you are an agent of destruction. You should be positive in any time you talk if you believe in this party. So I said it's an opportunity for me to clear the air. We've just had congresses. Nobody is commending the NWC for the successful congresses we have had so far. Nobody. But I want to urge us, please, when you are doing opposition within, be mindful of the fact that your act can injure the party. You know about Damagum, I may leave tomorrow, but the party is still there. I know this seat is a hot seat. My predecessors have had the same thing. I'm taking my own version, of the heat. I'm not deterred. But importantly, I want to urge us, especially these committees. If you feel before we've been compromised, if we've been called names, but nobody is giving us the credit that at least today the party is still one party. It's still intact. You have a responsibility now before you. Those things we cannot do. We are not perfect. I have to admit we are human beings. We may have our shortcomings. We are not perfect. That's why this committee is in place at the right time. I want to urge you, please, let's leave our personal interests and proxy interests. Let's do the needful for this party. The party is still the party to be. They have been campaigning for us. They are the opposition now. This government is like an opposition. They lack even knowledge of how to govern. They lack sense even to address common issues. They don't know how to go about it because in the first place, they are not supposed to be there. So let us cash on this so that at least we can create an enabling environment for our aspiring members that want to come on board come 2027. We may not be there, but we hope that we will leave a party the people will be proud of, the people who come to aspire. Let us not run down our party. I urge all of you, and use your goodwill and opportunity to do the needful. And from time to time, my doors are open. If you need any of our inputs or consultations, we are always there at your beck and call. I thank you sincerely. I want to use this opportunity also they are drawing my attention to a letter by our elder statesman. I don't intend to speak. I will borrow Olisametu's remarks in 2015 when Edwin Clark left the party. There's no doubt about it, he's an elder statesman. But I thought when you reach that age, God has given you the opportunity and wisdom to be a father to all, but not to go to the market. He has all it takes to do the needful, not by taking a sentimental approach to it. So I am not brought up to be disrespectful to elders, so I don't intend to dwell on that.